This is the greatest country on earth. Among our natural resources, an endless supply of idiots. They're everywhere. You don't even need to frack them. Here's a week's worth right here. First up, Liz Warren, otherwise known as Chief Spreading Bull. After years of being accused of lying about her Native American background, she decides to take a DNA test, creating a video around laughable results.
The president likes to call my mom a liar. What do the facts say?
The facts suggest that you
absolutely have a Native American ancestor in your pedigree.
Wow, that looked totally natural. If she got any stiffer, I'd check for the toe tag. Talk about a pale face. It's telling that they chose some Stanford academic to finesse these terrible results. They just knew they were about to paint a turd orange and call it sherbet. Because when the results arrived, it amounted to something between nearly zero and nearly zero. Like 0.09. If your IQ was 0.09, you would be granite. If they gave her a breathalyzer, she'd be over the legal limit of stupid. As a wise man once said, when it comes to Cherokee, she has more in common with the Jeep. Maybe she can be their spokesman. The slogan, unlike me, this Cherokee's not full of So think about what she pulled off. One law school directory listed her as Native American for 9 years. Harvard had her as Native American until 2004. She was called Harvard Law's first woman of color. And then there was the cookbook, Pow Wow Chow. Recipes from 5 Indian tribes. She listed herself as Cherokee. Yeah, and I'm Bjorn from ABBA. Actually, I did some research to find out who has more Native American blood than her. Here they are. Bjorn from ABBA. Agnetha from ABBA. Anna Fried from ABBA. And the other guy from ABBA. Hard to believe. I actually did even more research to find out who has more Native American blood than her. Flipper. My office stapler. This helmet. So we spent a long time being lectured by left-wing a-holes about what not to wear on Halloween. Better not wear a sombrero, amigo. Hands off the headdress. Cultural appropriation is so evil. But by all means, says our leading libs, totally claim ownership of an entire culture and exploit it for political purposes. Seriously, hasn't Warren committed the biggest cultural appropriation sin ever? She stole who they are. Now, I can talk because I am 2% Native American. It's true. That's more Indian than she is, meaning I'm Native American. I know what I'm going as for Halloween. So, Could this be the end of identity politics? If DNA tests reveal that you contain the same amount of oppressed ancestry that Liz has, then you're oppressed too. If everyone's a minority, then nobody is.